Hey everybody, and welcome to the prep work for an upcoming cooking a la quarantine video, which I'm going to film tomorrow. I'm going to make Kalbi, which is a Asian beef short rib, and I'm making the marinade. This recipe actually comes from Mike Nardello, who is a friend of a friend from college, and what we're going to do is we're going to add, I've got some sesame seed oil already in here. It's a 1/4 cup. So we're going to add some soy sauce, some garlic, some onion. I don't have green onion, so I'm going to modify accordingly. And then I'm going to add some ginger. And then I'm going to put our Harris Robinette short rib into this container. I'm going to seal it up, and we're going to cook it up tomorrow on high heat. Serve it over rice and broccoli. So here's what I've got. I've got some, I went to the Asian market a long time ago and got some low sodium soy sauce. You can also use liquid aminos. I use that a lot. So we're gonna add, it goes for a cup and a half. Now, like I said, I'm following this recipe, and if I modify it a little bit, this is no disrespect whatsoever to the original author of the recipe. I'm doing the best I can with what I got. So we've got a cup and a half of soy sauce. So my guess is I don't need to add any salt. But what I did was I've got, I ran out of powdered ginger. I don't normally keep that stuff around, but what I use this for when I get sick. I know that sounds crazy, but I mean, growing up, you all drank ginger ale when you got sick. My wife being from Michigan, Verner's, which is a very strong ginger ale, is a Michigan favorite. So what I did was I chopped up some garlic, some ginger here. And what I found out is to store ginger, you store it in alcohol. So this is vodka. Am I going to drink it? I don't think so. But it keeps it nice and crispy, and alcohol preserves everything. So we've got our ginger. I've got to put, it said half a medium onion. I'm going to put one small onion in here. And it said 7 cloves of garlic. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, crap, it's close enough. Yeah, it's more than 7, but I like vampire repellent, so anyway, we're going to cut that up. I'll throw that in there, and we're going to marinate this overnight. That's why I'm preparing this as much as I can. And then tomorrow we're going to cook it up on high heat and go from there. Boy, and honestly, I know this is going to sound crazy, but fermented garlic has really helped me out when I got sick. So does kimchi. Kimchi is like Korean sauerkraut. And, it's not... Actually, if you have tummy troubles, and I did for years, it helps out immensely. So there is something to say about Asian Eastern medicine. I mean, not everybody needs to pop a pill every time they're feeling bad. So I'll give that a shot. So anyway, I've got some onion here. I've got that. I'm going to whisk this up. I almost forgot one of the most important elements, which is brown sugar. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. Our regular brown sugar, the lid kind of came off in storage and it's hard as a rock. So I'm using something else today. If anybody has any tips on how to get brown sugar to be declumpified, I mean, it's hard as a rock. So anyway, I'm going to mix this up. I'm going to open up our Harris Robinette short ribs. And Michael said, make sure that your ribs are cut open a little bit. So I assume so the marrow or something is exposed. And again, I have to thank Patrick and the Harris Robinette team for giving us this lovely piece of meat. Give the gift of meat, and I'll be right back because I'm going to wash my hands. Normally I would use a mixer, but I'm just throwing it together. I mean, that's why I'm not even wearing an apron tonight. But I'm going to seal this up in our food saver. And that'll get it going. Come on. So anyway, I'm going to seal this up. We'll be back in 24 hours and we'll cook this up. Put it over a nice bed of rice and some broccoli. And today we're going to do Korean short ribs. You've already seen the prep work, so here's the follow-up to it. I'm going to make rice in the Instapot because I haven't figured out how to make it in the regular pan yet, even though everybody's tried to tell me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 1 cup brown rice. Yep. And I'm going to use some of our, I made duck, so I'm going to use duck broth that I made. I'm going to add a little bit more than what I did the last time because it was a little dry. So we've got about 1.5 cups of that. I'm going to throw some broccoli in there and a little salt, a little pepper, and we'll go from there. And this will take about 22 minutes. So while this is cooking, we're going to cook the short ribs that have been marinating for the last 24 hours. And again, I cannot emphasize this enough. Give the gift of meat. Go check out Harris Robinette anywhere in the world in 48 hours. And this is what I really like about this thing is 22 minutes. Set it and rock and roll. And that's it, and we'll be right back. All right, so I've got my marinated Harris Robinette beef short rib, and gonna test this out a little bit. According to Mike Nardello, this is his mother's recipe. He said make sure it's hot when you put it on. My grill is a piece of crap, so we're using the pan. And we'll be right back. Alright, so I've never said I know what the hell I'm doing. And this is one of those times. This is a blooper reel. But what I did was I tried to sear the big chunk of HRB short rib, and it didn't work. So what I'm going to do is I cut it up into individual pieces, and I'm going to pan sear it on high heat like Michael Nardello said. I probably should have cut it up into pieces, but I didn't. And you know what? It happens. I said it. It happens. So we'll fix this up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this back on. I'm going to get the pan hot again. I'm going to fix this. So we'll be right back. All right, so I'm going to attempt to fix this. I've cut up my stuff. When I get it to the appropriate temperature of medium rare or medium, I'll put this over rice. Hopefully I didn't screw it up. We'll be right back. Alright, so every once in a while I got a horseshoe stuck up somewhere, so rice turned out alright. I added the broccoli. So we'll, for all these people that sit there and go, well, you need to plate this stuff. Here you go. Here's your plate. Now, like I said, sometimes I don't really know what I'm doing, but there we go. Sometimes stuff just happens. You know what? Michael, I'm sure you guys do a much better job. I just, every once in a while, I screw up. Everybody screws up. But at least I tried, right? Well, soft, flavorful. The ginger comes out. Soy sauce comes out. The rice, thank God, was done correctly. Broccoli's in there. Look, everything is about perspective. Remember, the Titanic was a horrible accident. But imagine how grateful the lobsters were in the kitchen when it sank. So remember, folks, you can always fix it. Be kind, be excellent to each other, and I'll catch you soon. Have a great day.